again, okay? We gotta, because I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that.
What do you want to talk? The magic decks?
Yes, because I was building one and I could get into it, but I'm not. Hi, welcome back.
I have so many.
Welcome back to another episode of Dungeons & Degrees. This is actually, we're just talking about magic now.
It's a magic podcast.
I'm Adrian.
I'm Alex.
And welcome Paige.
Hi,
Hey, Paige.
Okay, but yeah, I had that issue. Like, do I just bring the one that I'm comfortable with? Do I bring the other pre-con that I just don't know? Or the one that I've shoddily made because I'm not good at this game and I was just trying it out?
I have 15 commander decks because I'm trying to make one of every color combination that is out there. Which is like 36, I think, if I remember correctly. It's expensive though, so it's taken some time.
I was gonna say, how are you like independently wealthy? Like, are we? How, like,
No,
what's happening here?
Out. This is the deck I just bought. I just got this pre-con. I'm probably gonna bring with me. And I just added like a few cards to make it like tier 3. So I'm excited to try that deck out because I was supposed to use it for a stream that just never happened. So I'm definitely bringing it with me. But
I'm sorry, I'm doing the color combinations on my hand. I'm only at 3 and I'm up to 20. So yeah, it's up there.
It's a
up
lot.
Oh, okay. Paige and I met on the internet, and then we're going to be rooming together at GenCon, and we're going to... Oh, we met in person. We definitely met in person, but we didn't, like, know we know each other. I feel like...
To be fair, I meet so many people.
Yeah, that happens.
And I have face blindness, so if I don't already slightly know you beforehand, I will probably have to wait till the next con to remember you if we don't do anything in the meantime, so...
Hey, 100% understandable. I just fear that if I forget somebody, I will be, like, I don't know, like, thrown in jail or something.
That's why every time I go to a con, I'm very upfront. Be like, hey, face blindness, if I don't recognize you, it's not personal because I can't do that.
It's personal. So what I do is I hide behind Adrian because Adrian knows everybody because of the anxiety.
I don't know everybody. I just force myself to know everybody because I'm afraid that I'm going to make someone feel lonely if I don't say hi to them, which is a weird thing to feel, but...
I mean, I just force myself to talk to everyone because this community is hella neurodivergent, so like 80% of them won't speak first.
You ain't wrong. Half the time I felt like I was annoying people, so I'm like, okay, I feel like this is my out.
Yeah, I think it's a vibe thing. You get a sense of like if the conversation's flowing or not. If you just go like talk and there's like 3 sentences that are just kind of like awkwardly standing there, you like slowly creep out of that. Patchy makes it easy with the way the bar is at Patchy that everyone kind of congregates to every night.
Oh yeah.
It's just like all of us just jam-packed in one area. So
it's circular. Everyone just rotating, trying to get drinks and saying hellos.
Sadly.
See, I disagree. I think PAX Unplugged is the worst way.
That's great.
That's not for me.
So I'm gonna kidnap you at the Patchy party, and I'm gonna drag you around and introduce you to everyone.
No.
I literally did that with a friend at the GenCon party for Start Playing last year. I had a friend that was very shy. Is a creator, but not as involved in it anymore. And I was like, okay, you want to meet people? And just drag them around for like the next hour talking to everyone that I could find at the bar.
It's a good thing I'm not going to that party. Isn't that crazy? That's so wild. That
you sent me an invite, okay?
That I'm not. I don't know who that was because that definitely wasn't. That wasn't me.
It's very, very different outward personalities versus your like. Please, I'm just a small guy.
It's too big. I think it's overwhelming, and then like
some
like
people
Paige
say
was
it's not
saying.
big enough.
But like I don't know names. I don't know, and then I'm really good at forgetting names. I'm so good at forgetting names. And half of them are just like basic white dudes. So, like, how am I to know which basic white dude I'm currently talking to?
There's so many white straight men in the community still.
There's so many.
We're working on it.
I know.
I did my part by transitioning, so.
You did so good.
But yeah, it's hard to. The people you're not interacting with or doing projects with in between all the cons, it's hard to remember everyone's names.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So just, I kind of like to browse the party list before a con to be like, okay, where can I place these people?
Listen, I looked through like a couple of those. I'm like, okay, I know you. Who the heck are these people? Are they? Am I supposed to know them? Am I not supposed to know them? Whoa, what's going on here?
I mean, the party's probably full by now. It was a 180, like literally the first day. I would be surprised if it's not. There's 8 spots left.
What are we? Were we going to space? Like, what place are we going
to? There's a bar that's like 2 levels. That is where it's at. It's where we had it last year too, and everyone just kind of comes and goes the whole night. It says like 2 hours, but everyone's going to just be at that bar the rest of the night. That's going to be the first night of con. Everyone's going to be just at that party, so people just come and go all night.
If it's the same,
it's the same one we went to last year. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because even if you don't get into the party, like as soon as it hits 8, everyone just comes there anyway because people are already there. So
yeah.
And it's not like restricted anymore. Yeah, we saw some like just like locals come in, and
I think
why are you pretending like we didn't sneak into that party last year? Why are you pretending?
We had
like,
the in.
We were not on that list.
I was there for 7 hours, I think, and there were still people there at like 1 when I left. There was still a good amount of people showing up even when I left.
That's wild. Absolutely not.
That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be there for 8 hours with Paige.
I'm gonna be dragging my very antisocial partner around, so it's gonna be great for me. I was like, I'm gonna introduce you to everyone, and she's like, okay.
It'll be me and her in the corner, just like crying.
That's fine.
Don't cry. You didn't cry last year. Wait, did you cry last year?
I did cry a little bit last year, yeah.
Okay,
no, you didn't see it.
If it makes you feel better, at Patch U, I went so hard Friday that when we went to the bar Saturday, when everyone was there, because people came in for that night, I was in the corner most of that night. I did not walk around. I stayed with JoJo in the corner and did not walk around the con anymore. I was like, no, I can't. I would do like burst every like hour and talk for like 10 minutes and then go back to my corner.
Yeah, we get to talk to JoJo on Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm trying to talk to all the people that I could before we actually met them.
JoJo's great. I love JoJo. He's one of my favorite people.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that's good. Good vibes. I already got good vibes from JoJo already. And then a recommendation? Heck yeah.
I mean, I can just point people out when we're at the party, I guess. Just if I'm talking to someone for more than 20 minutes, they're probably good vibes.
Paige, tell us, why are you GMing Vampire the Masquerade? What appeals does it have for you?
Okay, so we're talking specifically for people who don't know. I'm running a campaign starting the 27th on my channel that Adrian is a part of. It's a Vampire the Masquerade campaign set in Chicago. So just because that's where I live and it's easy for me to know locations. But I like Vampire the Masquerade because it's technically a horror game, but it's not. It's kind of, I feel like on the cusp of being a horror game because there's some moments that you can really delve into the vampire nature and like all the horror of that, but it's just such a story for like role playing, and it can be such a fun thing to have to manage the supernatural stuff, but like everything's pretty normal outside of that. But
I'm so sorry. My window was open and I just saw Curtis walk by. I was like, there's a man on my porch and I live on the 3rd floor.
But I especially love after we had our like talk, like the group that we have specifically that you guys have planned for the highly political game that I'm gonna run is gonna be great. It's gonna be so. I don't know if you guys are not going to break the masquerade even halfway through this series.
I don't know.
So
I thought I was gonna be tamed, and then I realized, oh no, I'm also a problem, just in my
You're
own kind
also
of
the
way.
problem. You're just in a chiller way than the extreme version of what like Javante is bringing or Gem is bringing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. And I don't think I've had too much opportunity to play these types of games because most of the community is kind of like, but slowly changing. D&D, Pathfinder, very few outside that realm. But slowly but surely this year, I've been trying to spread out the games that I played into broader categories, and it's been fun. I've played Monster of the Week finally,
Monster looks
um,
great.
and Vampire the Masquerade, and I will be playing that, and I just the opportunity to have a more, I guess, social kind of table versus like I want to get big number is going to be such like to me jarring, but in a good way because I love the talking. When I play my D&D games, it's mostly talking
Mm-hmm.
because the development between characters to me is much more entertaining than a cool fight. A cool fight can be very cool as well, but having those personal moments with each other during game is just very heartwarming to me that these people feel comfortable to pretend to be other people and then also get along with each other.
Yeah, I think Vampire too. It's such a system that yeah, there's a whole skill list, and you have all these disciplines, all these powers, all this like stuff you can use. You're probably not going to roll that often. Like
Right.
overall, it's such a RP heavy game that you rolling the dice is not something that you'll do every session. Even there might be sessions where you don't even make a roll. And then for like the combat aspect of it in Vampire the Masquerade, yeah, you're a kindred. You don't want to be in combat. Combat is very deadly in this system. Like you could probably handle some mortals, but like the first supernatural thing that comes at you is going to fuck you up very quickly.
Right.
So you have to manage how you interact with the world and use your powers more in a way to get what you want without resorting to combat. So you're trying to manipulate those abilities and like skills you have to like just work around it. Even if you're playing Anarch, a little more political than you would in a lot of games. Try to be more role play heavy to avoid any like danger happening, which brings a fun aspect to the game because if the moment it pops off, it's going to get very intense very quickly.
Yeah. It's going to be using those skills as less like heroic deed and more self-preservation of like
Very
this is just like a
self-preservation.
survival thing at this point. Like we were just gonna talk and now we're here and this is bad.
Because a lot of games a system of allies, not friends. It's very much political and very much, yeah, we have similar goals, so we're going to work together. We're in the same coterie, so we're going to work together. At the end of the day, I want to make it to the next nightfall, though. So what will I do to get there and also fuel whatever interests my character along the way?
Have you been a part of many games prior to GMing, or is this just kind of a jumping in first?
So I've been playing for a while. I got into tabletop games in general back during COVID. Like I think saw a lot of people around like 2019, 2020, like the end of that time. So literally right when COVID started. Played in a offline West March game for a long time, which is what brought me into it. And they added a thing probably like 4 or 5 months in. If you want a second character, you just gotta GM some sessions. By the time I left the server, I was running 90% of the games in that server. I was running stuff for the main storyline that we all kind of shared and had like 3 overarching storylines of my own going on. So I did that for a while. Kind of segued that into like I played in a D&D game monthly with some people that I paid for with Satine Phoenix, who is out of the community now. But played with that for a while, all the way up until like everything with her blew up. Because I was supposed to meet her that week at a con, which was going to be my first foray and everything. But luckily, when that all fell apart and all that shit came out, one of the producers that left her channel brought me into the Initiative Order at the time, which was a big tabletop group that did at-show plays and stuff. And I very quickly just started running games there a lot, to the point where I ended up being in the staffer there for a few years while that was going on. I ran, I want to say 3 or 4 different campaigns on that channel, as well as I played in a couple one-shots, and then played in a very long-running Power Rangers game that ran, I think, close to 2 years, that continued past Initiative Order onto my friend's channel when we had to move it. And then that's also, like, towards the end of that Initiative Order kind of, like, falling apart, is when I then made my own channel and started running my own games, too. So I've been doing stuff on my own channel, I think, for a few years now, if I remember correctly. I think like 2.5 years. And like you said, a lot of people run D&D, Pathfinder, and the thing. My channels, I don't run D&D and Pathfinder. I run whatever session I haven't played yet or I want to run for a certain scenario. You will very rarely see me run D&D live on a stream somewhere. It'll most likely be a Powered by Apocalypse system, and if not, it's some new system that I'm like, oh, this is interesting, I'm going to run this.
What system that you're like itching to play with a group?
I have so many, dude. I have a list on my phone that I am slowly working through, but the problem is new games come out all the damn time. So there's still so many. Like, I want to play in a long campaign of like a Magical Girl game, because there's a bunch of those out. Yeah. I want to play in more horror campaigns. Just more dramatic stuff, because I've been in, I mean, a lot of stuff's easy to just dip into, like, silly, goofy, have fun time, but like I want to get into more serious RP too. And I want to play a crunchy system. I haven't played a crunchy system in a while, because I feel like it is shied away into the easier systems a lot now. Which is fun, because you can RP and kind of just vibe with it, but it's so fun to build a character in a crunchy system though sometimes. So.
Yep. I've made a couple Shadowrun characters, which
Shadowrun's on my list. I've not touched it yet.
It is so. I tried to GM like a couple times where we just like, all right, we're just gonna try combat out and see what goes on, and we're like, what happens if this? All right, we gotta watch a 2 to 5 minute video on how this works. Like, there's so many rules in that thing.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in a lot of those systems. Like the new Marvel system is a very comprehensive rule set, very similar to D&D, and I'm playing in something with that in the fall, which will be fun. We're using the Spider-Verse supplement, so we're gonna be all spider people, which is gonna be dope as hell. I'm so excited for that. It feels like lately I've been playing a lot of superhero stuff, to be honest. I'm running a superhero game on Wednesdays right now. I just finished playing in a DC Gotham game a few months ago. And then I'm playing in the Spider-Verse game in the fall, and then my next game in like early 2026 is going to be an Injustice game. So I've been dipping into superhero stuff a lot over this last like year. So
I feel like superhero is just super cool, but I haven't found a good system that felt like good with me. Like I've heard of Masks, but that's like a very kind of like teenager getting into your power, kind of like understanding who you are and how you fit, versus like, I'm an established hero and this is what I do. There's probably supplements, but I haven't gotten into
there's
that kind
so
of
many superhero systems. There's that, there's Mutants and Masterminds, the new Marvel system I mentioned. There's the Fate system, which is a good general system you can kind of use for whatever. I've run that multiple times. And I think there's a couple other just like general systems people use for superhero, like GURPS and stuff like that. It's more freeform, but there's so many ways you run a superhero campaign. It's just more, you don't necessarily need everyone to be at the same power, because it's a superhero game. It's not going to be a thing. Like the Avengers are not balanced at all. Which is why if you play the 6 Avengers in the first movie on Rivals, their team comp sucks. But the power levels are just not going to be typically, everyone's going to be a powerhouse. It's like Superman character in a superhero group. So playing a system that you can kind of balance that out, I think works really good. The Marvel system's really good at that. Mask can be good at that, depending on what playbooks everyone chooses and how you RP it. But yeah, I just really like diving into the dynamics of that and just making it a little darker. I also didn't realize how much DC knowledge I had still, because I've been on such a Marvel kick, because Marvel's obviously more prevalent with shows and movies and everything. Between the DC game I just played and the one I'm running now, like, without even doing research, the amount of DC knowledge that has just been coming back to me by running these games has been great.
I have a theory. I have an immediate theory about that. I think we were inundated with such DC knowledge as children, small children, that it just sunk in at a time where that's it. Right, so like Marvel, sure, I know most of it, but like you, I have a lot more DC knowledge that I just don't think I know until it comes out.
DC cartoons growing up were so good. Teen Titans, Justice League Unlimited, Young Justice.
Yeah,
we were eating well. There was just so many good shows on constantly all the time for DC. Right. That it was just really easy to build off that. Like I mixed in some of the Justice League Unlimited into this Wednesday game. And the amount of like relationship dynamics I remember from that show that I watched when I was probably like a preteen at least is insane. Especially with how spotty my memory has gotten back then before transition. Like a lot of that memory is not as prevalent now, so the fact that I remember all the nerd shit's a win at least.
Oh yeah. I heard that the new movie that came out, the new Superman, has been well praised.
I need to see that. I think I'm seeing it Sunday.
I have a friend who's already seen it 3 times.
Yeah.
He's just a big movie fan, but like if he ever gets his hands on a movie he loves, he sees it multiple times within the week, and he's just like, oh my gosh, guys.
That's fair. I've watched K-pop Demon Hunters already a handful of times. It's so good.
It is good. Unfortunately, I watched the first half and then I lost my Netflix account. It was just like a family thing, and that was just the next day. I didn't have it anymore.
So I know what we gotta do at GenCon at least at some point. Gotta watch K-pop with the house. I might actually be cosplaying Mira for Pachio.
Nice.
Potentially with a couple friends. I did to figure that out.
I'm looking to. I've decided that I wanted to try out 3 cosplays, and I have most of the stuff. I need to return one of the things that didn't fit, but I'm super excited. But it also, to me, to kind of like embody it, I do have to shave again. So
fair.
Which makes me look like an entirely different person every single time.
Not an entirely different person.
Like a baby. A potato.
It'll be fine.
I don't think
not
so.
Not deny the potato allegations.
I will. I'm going to fight the potato allegations right now. Not everybody who shaves immediately looks like a child. Okay? Maybe a little bit, but not to the like
yeah, I think it's more people who have like the really bushy beards are the ones who end up looking off because it's such a dramatic change.
Oh yeah. The oval chin line has just kind of like sunk in this much. It's like
I was very lucky that I never grew a lot of facial hair, but now that I don't want any of it, it's just a little bit that I can't get rid of. It's so fucking annoying. And laser is expensive. One of the various expensive things that I have to deal with now as a woman, and I love this for me.
We love
something
change.
Happened after 35, and I have just pieces of hair just everywhere that I very much dislike. So yeah, welcome. This is Girlhood.
I love this for me.
I love it.
What was your first character that you created?
Okay, so I mentioned this before we started. There's 2 answers to this technically, because I played in a little mini game right before I joined LS March that I played with me and my ex and a couple other people, and I made a character that was pretty much who I thought I was at the time, very much a cis version of me that that I didn't like that character, obviously. Like I figured that out very quickly why I didn't like that character. So I don't really count him as my first character because that game went very quickly and I wasn't super into the RP. My first character I count would be the character that I started that West March with, was named, funnily enough, before I even knew about Baldur's Gate, was a wizard named Gale from Waterdeep. I was so pissed when I started playing BG3.
Wait, what the fuck did you get
I was
here?
like, they made my character a white man? How dare they? But, yeah, so that was my first character. Their name was Gale Kane. They are a air genasi. And we play in that West March. The goal was to reach level 20 and retire the character, which I did do with that character. And then he became an NPC in the group, and then an NPC in me and my friends West March that we kind of played for a little bit after that one ended. But that character went through so many multi-class changes and level changes over level 20 to the point where I think by the time we retired them, they were an artificer, wizard, cleric, rogue.
Wow.
It's very multi-classed.
That's very...
To hell. But they were very fun. They were like mad scientist meets Sherlock Holmes. It was a very fun character to play. A very feminine character for my first character too, which should have been an early sign. I had art made of them, and looking at the art now, it's just like, that's not a guy. That's not a dude.
No. Do it like this.
We did a couple sessions after. I'm like, guys, I gotta at least change their pronouns to they them. This is not it's just not gonna work anymore.
The signs be signing.
I was deluding myself. My characters obviously just got more gay from there, which, as it happens.
That's just when you're in the TTRPG space.
Yeah.
That just kind of happens naturally.
Everyone is queer or neurodivergent or both.
And if you're not, you'll get there.
Adrian?
Yeah, I had a long conversation about this stuff, which but it's hard, a larger talk about like sexuality, who I am, what I like, kind of things has happened in spaces, and I'm just like, I don't know what I hold to be, I never cared about like what you called me pronoun wise. It's just he and he. As long as you speak to me with respect, I'm okay with it. And then, I've had a crush on a guy, but then they're like, well, that means you're not straight. I'm like, well, I don't feel like I have that moniker of like gayness, where it's like, but no one has to give you that. You just have it. And I'm like,
yeah.
It's a very fluid thing, gender and sexuality, and it's something that I think being in this community, you get faced with more. This community is such a diverse space. Growing up, I was not obviously around any of that. I grew up in a very traditional environment. So once I started dipping my toes into everything, slowly went through, I think, every set of pronouns, every sexuality until I landed where I'm at now. But yeah, and then like my first con was GenCon in 23, and that was the con where my age shattered. And I came out very like, oh, so those girl cosplays I just did at a con meant something. So yeah, it's a great space to try to figure out who you are in a safer environment.
oh yeah.
That role playing really does give you a chance to just try on different personality traits, and we talk about it a lot here, right? Because it's inherently in the games that we play. Like, maybe I do want to play somebody a little more fierce. Maybe I want to play somebody who's a little more relaxed on the way that they think, or they're forward, or they're even just those minor changes in personalities.
I always said that when people build characters, they take a concept of themselves either they want to explore more or that they're curious about, and they turn the dial either all the way up or mute it a little bit. And it's a good way to figure stuff out about yourself by role playing in a removed character from yourself. and it lets you figure out a lot of stuff about it. I mean, there's a reason like tabletops becoming more and more used for like therapy and stuff too, because it's such a way to introspectively look at yourself without actually focusing on yourself.
Right.
Because when there's that medium in between, I feel like it gives it a barrier to make it a little more bearable.
Yeah.
Right. You have that image of yourself versus the one just adjacent to it. That one can kind of be critiqued and changed, and then when you realize, oh, I kind of like that, I am that, or I need to be that, it's like, oh, that's much easier to say, I'm going to change you, and it's like that's an attack on my own person, and it gets complicated, but it is a wonderful space to try out these things, not even just like introspectively, but like socially, like what can I do socially, how can I talk to people, getting used to that aspect of like socialization within the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons I came out at that convention, was because I had a friend that I'm no longer friends with now, but I was talking to about like gender stuff leading up to that, like the month and a half beforehand, and I was mentioning I was going to do some female cosplays there, like I did Harley Quinn and Spider-Gwen for that weekend. And they're like, well, why don't you try out female pronouns while you're in cosplay to see? Because I've been like talking about like I'm not still sure on the they them, because it seemed kind of overarching in a way. It wasn't like specific to me. So I tried she they out at the convention, and then it was very quickly like just use the she part. So like little stuff like that, I think being encouraged by others and just being able to have more openness into just kind of playing around with who you are within the community is a fun thing to explore.
Yeah. When I came out, it was very much like anything that was related to being queer in any way, shape, or form. I was like, that's not for me. That's not. And it wasn't like homophobia. It was just like, well, I guess it was an inner homophobia. Like that has nothing to do with me. Because it exactly was. So I think even taking chances and like just taking a step back and saying like, why am I pushing this away so quickly or so fiercely? Because I loved Sailor Neptune and Sailor Uranus. Ugh.
Hell yeah.
Queens. I wanted that. And then I said
Sailor Pluto. If the username wasn't distinct enough.
No. But even just getting the chance to like think and play and work through even the mental blockages sometimes that even personality changes or sexuality or whatever aspect of human peopling we're talking about through TTRPGs.
Yeah. It's wild the amount of stuff that people internalize and don't really think about until they kind of get that outside perspective to look on it in a way that's slightly different than what they're used to. It's not hard. It's not an easy thing either. Like I still, even to this day, still have so much internalized shit that I'm still dealing with. It's not something that just goes away.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have a favorite Pokemon? And is it that true?
Is it the tattoo?
Sandslash right here.
Sandslash. Yeah.
I have both versions of him.
The Alolan too. Okay. I saw the Alolan. I didn't see the.
Yeah, I have the shiny one on the inside and then the Alolan one there. But yeah, Sandslash is by far my favorite Pokemon.
Is that a Keyblade as well?
What is it?
Huh?
Is that a Keyblade on your arm?
I have a Dragon Ball Z Keyblade. Because when I went to get this tattoo, I wanted either a Dragon Ball Z or a Kingdom Hearts tattoo. So I said, why not both? And that's how it happened. But yeah, Sandslash is always my favorite. I don't know why I got onto his character so early in the original Pokemon games. But Swords Dance and Slash became very effective, and I just kind of fell in love with the Pokemon from there.
Hell yeah.
And then obviously I like some of the evolutions. I like Glaceon and Sylveon. And a couple other randoms here and there. Not a lot of like the basic, like I hate Charizard, I hate Pikachu, I hate Jigglypuff.
Adrian, what's your favorite Pokemon?
Haunter. Yeah.
Better option than Gengar, for sure.
Gengar is too
He's also kind of overhyped.
yes, but also too less. He's not as ghostly as Haunter. Haunter still has that ominous presence where like this guy's got feet, but he can like go into shadows and stuff. Like, what's the point anyway? So, he's too human-like for my taste for some reason. I want something dismembered and floating.
I am ready for Pokemon. I think it's called Pokemon AZ that comes out later this year. I will be getting Totodile so I can have a Mega for Alligator, and I am super excited for that. I love my dumb little crocodile.
Alex, is yours just Vaporeon?
My favorite overall is Vaporeon. I like Mimikyu. I like Cubone. I
love Mimikyu.
Apologize for having to deal with the Vaporeon meme that is just everywhere.
Alex, my favorite starter is Bulbasaur. I have a Vaporeon tattoo, which I'll show you in person because we're not just giving away feet pictures for free.
Yeah, my next Pokemon tattoo is going to be Glaceon. I have to decide where I want to do it, but I want to get like a Dusk Ball behind it because that's my favorite Pokeball and just have it on there chilling somewhere.
That's so cute.
Yeah, but yeah, I can talk about Pokemon for a while. I just bought Scarlet after beating Violet, and it's the same game, but like I have to get both.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to decide what kind of run I want to do on that. I transferred over a couple Pokemon from Pokemon Home. So I have my starter, which I did Loco this time instead of Spurgalato, if you can see behind me chilling over there on the wall. And then I transferred over an Eevee and a Scorbunny. So my team's very fire heavy already, but we'll see what I end up with. I still don't know what I want to run at all. So
Gotcha. Talking about Pokemon, we talked about Magic. Do you play the TCG for Pokemon or anything else?
No, I am thinking about getting back and collecting though, and I know it's a bad idea. And it's so like I have the app that you can collect the cards on there.
Right.
The app's going around, and you can kind of play like a half-ass version of the actual game. But their cards are so pretty.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I want to buy them. But I don't know if I can afford another gigantic money sink right now.
Yeah.
Magic's already expensive enough. Tabletops is expensive. The amount of video games I play. Like they just released are releasing a remake of Final Fantasy Tactics that comes out in September. And the way I pre-ordered that immediately once I found out it was a concept. So that'll be coming out of my account in September when that process is. And that'll be my life probably leading up to PAX. So yeah, between that and like Rivals and every other shit I got going on, like
so much.
Like, do I want to add Pokemon cards on top of that?
Listen, okay, then you must simply, if I'm going to buy stuff, stay away from me. You must simply
I am trying very hard to have a budget for GenCon because I doubled my budget last year with what I was supposed to spend. I spent like $600 on the floor at GenCon last year, and I was like, this was not supposed to happen at all. Guess I will just eat slim the next couple weeks.
Here's the, like, there's already cards that I want, and if this next set from this one, I need a One Piece set, but two, if I can find any more shinies for my Slow King deck, I don't need it, but it'd be cool. This is the farthest I get. I have one deck that's completely like blinked out, but anything else I can't. I have to stop myself somewhere, or else I just simply will just go overboard. And I'm like, okay, well, I could get the max rarity, I could get the golden Pokeball or Ultra Ball or whatever, and I'm like, I know myself too well that I know that I could, like, even just for my nephew, I'm like, oh, he doesn't have this alt art for his card, and I just yoink, and then my brother's like, Adrian, you simply must stop. He's not doing any chores because you just buy them the stuff that he wants.
I'm
like,
very glad I haven't got into like art and card rarity for Magic on top of just building the decks, because then it would be way more expensive than it is now. But just even add in, I think I added like 6 cards to this deck I just bought, and those 6 cards were almost as much as the pre-con it was.
Right.
So trying to balance that out is just insane, especially for some of like the high tier cards in the game. Like those prices are insane. Good luck trying to buy like a Smother and Tithe or a fucking Cyclonic Rift or anything like that. You're paying like $40-$50.
Dude, I'm bringing some of my magic cards to just sell because I don't need to get into that. Like, I got a bunch of stuff from like the Final Fantasy set, like some of the cool art, and I can't have it with me, or else I will start collecting. So
I still need to make a Marvel deck because the Marvel cards are out there, and I want to make an Iron Man deck so bad.
Are they
but
all
I've
just
resisted.
secret layers, or are they actual?
I think they
like...
were just secret layers for those ones. It wasn't full decks.
Oh no!
But it would be very easy to just slot Iron Man into a red-blue artifact deck and just roll with it. So, yeah, I've been good at not buying a lot of Magic cards lately. This pre-con I bought is like the first thing I bought like this year for Magic. So I've been good at trying to resist that.
I've been doing a slippery slope. Okay, I've just been going to my local Commander night at my local game store card shop, and then just that's it. Those are the only packs I want. Those are the only packs. I don't need anything else. I was buying a lot of the Dungeons and Dragons set when they had the collectors, and I'm like, it's freaking $30.
I have so many friends. I'm in like 2 different servers that play Magic, like on Spell Table. And I've resisted so far of joining in that as often as I could because I know I'll get back into wanting to buy them, and they're okay with you using Moxfield, so you can make decks that you haven't even bought yet if you're thinking about trying to deck out. So that's also very dangerous. Like, oh, this deck is fun. I'm gonna buy it. Let me add it to my cart.
Well, it adds my $1,000 cart.
Yeah, so been trying to manage that. I've still honestly just playing a shit ton of Rivals this last couple weeks, especially with the new season being out Friday. So
okay, you're not trying to consume that, but like, have you bought some of the passes for Rivals?
I did buy the season pass, but I had some gold coins saved up, so it was only $5. So it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I haven't bought any costumes this season yet, though, so we're good.
This season is the key phrase.
Yeah, costumes
this season.
in the past season.
Yeah, I think I've bought 2 Sue costumes. I've bought a couple Squirrel Girl ones. I got the Emma X-Men Evolution immediately when she dropped.
I mean, duh.
I'm like, I want to cosplay that. I need to give HRT like 3 more years first before I can do that look. But yeah, some of the costumes in that game are insane. I love that they're doing it. It's not just the women on that game now, because they have the beat set coming out. Yeah, the Loki summer one, the Thor summer one. They're starting to come out with ones like that too, and I'm just like, okay, cool. It's balanced now.
I just saw something on TikTok. I'm like, how bad is it? I'm like, whoa.
It's a Speedo and a coat. That's it. It's a full ass Speedo. Loki's cheeks are out.
Those buns be bunning.
Yeah. The game knows its fan base, I think.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many gooners that play on that. It's insane.
He's just like,
yeah, and I'm over here just maiden Sue Storm in my wedding dress skin, because that's the one I like.
Hell yeah. At GenCon, do you plan on going to any panels in particular, or just schmoozing with everybody?
I have 2 that I'm in. I'm doing a diversity panel on Friday and a max levels sagas game on Saturday, both being hosted by Classic Sam, New York GM, with some people like JoJo's I think going to be in the game. Johnny's and a couple of the stuff that she's running that weekend, and Sean and all those people. So I'll be doing those Friday and Saturday, and then I'm going to my friend Diana the Rose. I'm going to her panel. I think Friday night is the game I bought tickets for. I think it's like right after my diversity panel, so I have to run to find that right afterwards. But beyond that, I'm just going to see friends. I don't try to do too many panels especially at GenCon, because GenCon's insane. The floor itself I do like 2 runs of the floor, and then it just kind of go around the con.
Yeah.
Because it gets overwhelming very fast.
Oh yeah, for sure. We talking about like methods of like keeping our sanity within the crowds. Me is just to hyper focus on the next thing, which isn't the healthiest because then I forget to eat.
Me and my friends have a spot like it's on one of the upper tier balconies. We kind of just have floor time a lot while we're at GenCon.
I'm talking about floor time too.
Yeah, we'll just find a spot and just sit, and then like people will know where we're at, so they just slowly meander over back and forth. So like we have friends just come to us, which is nice. I went on the Gen Con floor once last year alone because people went to get lunch and I finished lunch early, so like I'm gonna walk back and I'll just walk to the floor to get there because I want to like look at some stuff. I went nonverbal 2 minutes into that floor by myself, and I was nonverbal for like the next 30 minutes, and it was great. But yeah, it can be a lot. Just Gen Con is the biggest convention for sure, and it's the most involved, I think, networking wise for like businesses and stuff. So
yeah,
I try to just do what I can on the floor, look at what I want, and then just go to a couple panels and see people at parties and stuff.
Do you see it as like, from my perspective, it's a lot of just kind of like, for me, like, you know, meeting a bunch of people, but also trying to talk to what's coming up, what's new, what's kind of out there. Is there anyone that you're looking to kind of like talk to about their upcoming game or the TTRPG?
I honestly don't know. That's the one thing I need to get better at. I'm good at talking to peers in the community, but talking to like sponsorships and games is very hard for me to do, and it's something I'm still trying to work on. I followed a friend around last year at PATS and was trying to do that a little bit, but I felt so out of my depth. I'm like, I have a decent following, but I don't have like the tens of thousands of following that some people have, so I'm just like, I run games on the internet if you want to send me stuff.
Yeah,
but I also don't. I do this definitely more as a hobby. Like, I made some stuff on Twitch occasionally, but, like, I have a really good day job. So I'm taken care of in my day-to-day work that I don't, like, rely on it for money like a lot of people who stream more do. So it's not really been a thing for me either to worry about sponsorships too much. Because all the projects I do, I just kind of run myself, just put together myself kind of thing. And me and my friends are going to be running some stuff later this year, but even then there's 7 of us, so, like, it's all put together. So that kind of stuff's nice, but it's not something that I try to hyper focus on either or give myself too much pressure about.
Gotcha. Okay, we talked about commander decks a little bit. What deck is your main deck right now? Like, your main love?
Oh man, that's a really hard question. My Ramos deck is always fun, but it depends on how the other people are playing, because I need him out to do anything in that deck, and if he gets targeted a lot, then I'm pretty much fucked. It's a deck that completely relies on him.
Gotcha.
But I do have a Brea deck, which is my favorite. It's an artifact deck. And there's really not a win con because there's so many different types of ways to get artifacts and do stuff with them that even Brea is not really important to the deck. She's more in there just for the 4 colors, so I have more artifact options than anything else. So I get to have Brea's badass self show up, but if you blow her up, I'm not gonna like cry about it. It's like not a big deal. So I love playing her a lot. Because getting like so many artifacts on the field can add up very quickly. I've had like 30 or 40 artifacts on the field before, and it was great, and it was so fun. So maybe I'll bring Brea to Gen Con. I haven't played her in a sec. She gets kind of nasty though, so I'll have to look her over because they've changed how they do power levels in Magic. It used to be like different up to 10 power levels. Now it's like 5 brackets or something, which I don't play a lot right now, so like, I haven't fully learned. I did what I could to make this one like tier 3 for the stream that we were supposed to do, which I just had to add a couple specific cards in there. But yeah, my decks range from like super strong to where I don't play them very often to just like goofy little, like my little spider deck where it's just a bunch of spiders out on the field. So it just depends on who I'm playing, but I'm going to try to bring a decent spread of what I have across the power levels.
Gotcha. Dude, some of those power levels I watched in my last pod that I played in. He had a Mothman deck, which just mills everything.
I hate Mothman.
Yep. He's just like, yeah, everyone hates this guy, and I'm gonna play it. I'm like, okay, I'll figure out why in a bit, I guess.
Yeah.
The guy that was dominating with spiders had half his deck milled, and then he had a curse that milled the other half at the end of his turn.
Last time I played against the Mothman deck, I won because I was playing an Orshab deck, so my shit hitting the graveyard was actually very great for me. So it helped me swarm my field very quickly and win that game.
Nice.
But yeah, my nastiest deck is my mono black deck. It is Crick, and it's all about spending my own life points to play cards. I had a 3-turn. It was like 3 turns in a row. I don't know how many turns we were in the game, but it was like a 3-turn thing that won the game. We were all in like the 30s life points still. I did something that drained all of my life points down to like 4. Played a card so that we all had the same amount of life, which then immediately tipped me up because I had something that, like, every time I play a black card, I gain life. So I immediately was higher life than them. And then just played a couple cards to like tap them out by playing black cards, and they were done in like 2 turns. So satisfied. But yeah, some of these combos are insane.
Yeah, they absolutely are.
That's why I got
Alex, sorry for just including you with that.
No, it's okay. So I was just thinking about like how does this play into my life? I tried to play a group setting game of Catan.
Okay.
In which I forgot that other people get mad when they make poor choices in placement.
When they make poor choices. Okay.
And if you get the robber and you put it on maybe a resource that they probably need, and then you get the robber again, and you just throw it on the other one because they put their resources on 2 5s, which is the worst because I just kept popping them back and forth because there's 2 players. And I was like,
you have to win. I'm the nicest person out there, but if we're playing something, I get super fucking competitive real quick. So I'm not gonna feel bad if I do something to mess you up in a game. Like, sorry about your luck.
They were not happy. They were not.
Wow, just already making enemies out there in DC.
Well, I think a few people said they were bringing board games to our Airbnb. So we'll probably have some stuff from when everyone's kind of relaxing to play.
Listen, I just know I need to have open space because last time people gave us games and we're like, oh, there's so much space, just gone.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I'm glad I don't get a lot of free shit because I don't know how I would carry it all back with me, especially for patch where I'm flying in. I pack so much clothes and other stuff that I'm like, I don't have room for that now. I never really got the idea of packing like 2 weeks worth of outfits for a 3-week weekend when I was a dude, but now I understand. I don't have room for bringing a bunch of games back, so I try to limit what I buy, especially if it's a con I fly into. GenCon's dangerous right now because I'm in Chicago, so we are driving.
Yeah.
So I have a lot more room to bring stuff.
It goes in the trunk. Oh no.
So I'm trying to be good. I told Courtney, I'm like, I might just have to leave my card and bring cash, and you have to just watch me on the floor because like I can't do what I did last year.
They have to be authorized purchases.
Yeah. So I might just give her my wallet for the weekend.
Alex, we
were driving with another person, and that person dropped out. So now there's only 3 of us in a car, and I was like, oh no. Because at first I was like, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to watch what I bring. And I said,
you just bring an empty one of these like giant crates here and put it in that empty seat, and then you have room to bring stuff back with you.
See?
There you go.
That's fine. Fine with me.
And whoever sits in the back can just have some stuff on their lap. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you can lean on it. Take a little nap on it.
Yeah.
Great. Just buy a couple, like, they have plushies at GenCon. Just buy a couple to stack on top of everything, and there you go.
Hell yeah. Plushies.
Yeah, the only thing I know for sure, I'll probably buy more dice. I always try to buy at least 1 set of dice when I go to a con. So I will definitely do that. But I'm trying not to go too much beyond that. I don't think there's like any systems that I want to buy books for right now, so I should be good there.
Yeah.
So I think it's just mostly going to be Artist Alley is going to be the biggest problem for me. I bought a beautiful Articuno print last year, and there was still so much stuff. And they have like custom art Magic token cards there, and I'm just like,
no. Sorry, I'm good. I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
that adds up. I bought like a handful. There are some. I think they're mostly in my Brea deck. I bought like Thopter tokens that are just Kiki on her broom from Kiki's delivery service.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, so that's gonna be my biggest thing, and I'm gonna try to go there on like Saturday or Sunday. So at least I have a few days to not blow my wallet.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I want from Artist Alley is an actual playmat.
Ooh, yeah.
Because
playmats might be more on the floor. Because there's a I saw like at least 3 different booths that had custom playmats last year that were really pretty.
I got mine from Emery. I will look it up.
Is this the one that signed your cards?
From Universus.
No, the one that signed my card.
They were demoing a new My Hero Academia card game. And they were selling card mats, so I bought my play mat from there. And it's just the main 6 characters all eating ice cream together. It's really cute and adorable, and I love it.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it's just Deku, Bakugo, Sue, Uraraka, Ida, and Kirishima, and it's adorable, and I love it. It's my desk mat. It's literally right in front of me right now.
Dude, I love Sue. I love Sue so much.
Yeah.
I don't know how the GenCon week's going to be, because I feel like we've had so much stuff into the week, and then there's so much stuff I want to buy and I don't want to buy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of my schedule too. Like Thursday I know is going to be busy because it's the first day. You're going to be seeing everybody, seeing the floor, and then there's that big party that night.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday are my first panels, so I'm slightly nervous about having to talk. Talking on the screen is one thing, but like they can see me and I can see them now, so that's gonna be fun. I told Courtney I'm gonna have. Yeah, it'll be my first time doing it live. I was gonna run one last year, but when GenCon did the shit with the Crit Awards, I canceled my panels that year and just kind of did the bare minimum. Honestly, I'll probably go to GenCon this year and next year, and then once I move out of Chicago at the end of next year, I probably won't go to GenCon anymore. Just because it won't be easy to do at that point.
All right.
But yeah, so I am very excited to do these 2 panels, but I'm also very nervous. So, but it's all people I know in them, so at least there's that. So it's like people I know I can talk to pretty easily, so it shouldn't be too bad. But I told my partner I'm gonna have her sit in the front row so I can just look at her the whole time. Stare at her.
Please help me.
But yeah, they should be fun. I'm debating. The applications are up until the 7th, and I'm debating doing something for Pachu. I just don't know what I would want to do yet. It would probably be a live game, not a panel. But I need to think of what I would want to run for a one-shot at there. So that's on my brain now, because I had someone bring it up earlier, and I'm like, I could apply, but I'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, I applied to the creator stuff. We've got a couple, because we got it last year, surprisingly, because we have like very few videos.
Pretty good at like once you get it once, you're probably gonna keep getting creator badge. So I got it for Patsy's and I didn't even go. I had to cancel, but they had rejected it at first because I used a different email, and I was like, oh, I did it for Patchu, and they're like, oh yeah, we just got the emails confused, you were on our list, here, let's approve it, and they approved it immediately. So I think they keep a list if you have gone to one and been approved and have done content before. So as long as you film something while you're there, they're not too picky. It's just bringing eyes to it all in general. Yeah, they're not too picky about what you post, as long as you're posting something that weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, creator badge is fun. Just then you get the little safe room away from everyone where it's very quiet. It's just friends in there, and it's not.
It's so nice.
People. Yeah,
so nice.
Just a little home away from home.
Yeah, I immediately applied for me, and I applied for one for Courtney as like I put her with production support, I think.
Yeah,
That's what I listed her
it's true.
as.
It's true.
Yeah, she's here to support the production that I'm going to do. Doesn't mean she's involved in it in any way, but she supported me. It counts.
Support is a very demanding and involved thing. Okay?
Exactly. Her role is vital. She has so many pictures to take for me and my friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's not a photo person, so I was like, okay, cool. So you get to take photos of all of us all weekend then to make my job easier, so I don't forget to take photos this time.
Hell yeah.
Taking photos at cons is so hard to remember to do once you're like in the middle of it all.
Yeah. We did record, so I do have all me in all my cosplays, just doing interviews in full clown makeup, and it was just like,
I love that.
Hi, hello. This is not the usual Adrian you get, but here we are.
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing any cosplays at GenCon because it's the first time I'm introducing Courtney to a lot of people. So it's like, there's that. Plus, I had the panels and the parties and so much going on this GenCon. So I'm probably not going to do it this time. But Pachu, I know for sure. I'm thinking of doing Mira, and then I might try to do like Kristen Appleby's because I've been wanting to do her for a while. And she's especially with her junior year outfit, where it's just like a tracksuit and a sports bra. That's so easy to just throw together. I already have the red hair. I just gotta do is add some like freckle makeup, and I'm literally Kristen, so I might do that. So that's an easy one, but it'll be fun. Cosplaying's fun. It's just I haven't got into like the super involved one yet, and I feel like the Mira is going to be involved because the friend wants to do it as like their D&D characters. So I got to think of what a barbarian Mira would look like.
Oh,
so
interesting.
I got to put them together.
That'd be cool.
That's cute. I love that. All right, we've hit the hour mark. Paige, where can they find you?
You can find me on the internet.
Real quick editing note. Paige's socials have changed, so here are the new ones. The story continued, or spelt out, the story, CONTD, on Twitch and YouTube, and then Paige continued, PAGECONTD, everywhere else. So these are all recent changes. So if you want to go find Paige, there's where you can find her. All right, bye.
Things I got going on right now. Wednesday the 16th, if this is before that, probably won't be before, that's probably gonna be over by then. I'm running After Crisis is my DC mass game. The finale will be at some point in the next 2 weeks, so we have to move the date because we had a conflict, so I have to put a when to meet up literally when I jump off of this to figure that out. Beyond that, the only other projects I have, I play every other Thursday on Eclipse613 on Twitch in a One Piece game where I play a merfolk character who has a massive sword, and it's so much fun. And then, obviously, on the 27th will be our Vampire the Masquerade game that I have Adrian playing in Chicago After Dark. So our first session of that will be the 27th at 8 p.m. Central, so that'll be fun.
It's going to be great.
But that's me.
Thank you, dear listener, for joining us in another episode of Dungeons and Degrees. You can find us wherever pods are cast, so be sure to like, subscribe, give us 5 stars, tell us to your grandma, your enemies to lover, your one bed trope. Just put it on, in between the cuddles and the nothing else happens. You can also find us on the social medias at Dungeon and Degrees, and you can help support us at patreon.com/Dungeon and Degrees.
All right. Thank you so much for listening. My name's Adrian.
And I'm Alex.
Bye. I'm Paige.
Go have some fun.